I realized anyway, so what I'm doing now is making sure that I'm actually just going and uploading my content online now, and making sure that no matter what, I'm processing a zip file with my project over here, and making sure that no matter what, that I can go and find this project now, and I can go and upload it online while I'm also organizing my content online now, and making sure I'm going into Mega Drive now while I'm also uploading content online to make sure I have more enough content to deliver. So what I want to be doing is making sure I'm uploading content online while also just getting ahead of the game with my communicational skills. So my communicational skills is something I need to do daily in terms of words to be able to go and pronounce myself much better. But as I really grow myself differently, there's always something new to do for myself daily. So I make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough success every single day to focus on something that's delivering my content in a way that I'm moving forward. So as I move forward, I'm learning something different. I'm learning something that's actually helping me to just distinguish what's what, and I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to go and dwell upon a better way here to make sure that I'm leading myself with words to communicate with you all the time, so that you have a nice and beautiful attitude always, to make sure that you can see straight away how I do it, and then you can also understand straight away how you can do it too. So what I do daily is I make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough success every single day and nice and beautiful vigor to be able to go and dwell upon something that's helping me move forward. So as I move forward, I make sure to place all my nice and beautiful music in terms of everything I've done into a test file somewhere. So I'm making sure that my first series, in terms of my first part of my music track, is excellent. I want to go and export this music track now in a different way, and I want to make sure I get the file waveform over here to make sure I have more than enough of what I need. So as I go and dwell upon something that's actually helping me move forward now, making sure that no matter what, I have a nice and beautiful gist over here to make it 16-bit file, and I just go wave that into a nice and beautiful fruition over here to make sure I have my music track. So my music track over here is different, and it's actually 85 minutes long over here. And as I finish that nice and beautiful track right here, making sure I go and place it as a nice and beautiful MP3 file. And that way I'm understanding anyway that what I do is I just go and dwell upon helping myself to congratulate myself into a new project over here, and making sure I go and re-listen to it. And now to re-listen to it, I'm sure I have to understand now what I want to do is just go and re-listen to it. I'll go re-listen to everything, and I make sure that I have a great time doing so, and I make sure that no matter what, that as I re-listen to that function, I realize it's much better for me to understand something now. That if I overwrite that ability, I make sure anyway that what's much quicker for me is to make sure I can go and straight away get into my nice and beautiful program over here where it's the middle part of the project, and I can be going and delivering that kind of service where I can go create something else. But do I want to be doing that? I'm sure it's much more how I feel to just go and deliver content in a way that I'm speaking more words regardless. So I'm making sure, yes, I want to be able to go and do the middle project now. I want to actually go and heat up my nice and beautiful food over here. So I have spaghetti over here, and I have to go wash dishes. And as I wash dishes, I understand straight away the mobility of trying to do better for yourself is the best kind of idea. So if you want to make a difference for yourself and other people, then make sure that you go and wash dishes, and make sure that you're doing something along the lines of helping yourself to succeed daily is what you need to do. So make sure that you never place your frying pan on actual, let's say, on a couch somewhere on the side where it may fall. Make sure you're never placing food on the side somewhere where actual food may fall. So what I'm doing now is I'm just leading myself with communicational skills to be able to go and open doors for myself to do greater and greater. So I can go and do a greater job for myself to lead myself into greatness, because that's the whole point, guys. And the whole point is making sure that you have more than enough success every single day to strike a nice and beautiful way for life, to make sure that you have all the nice and beautiful success every single day to focus upon your love for yourself, and to go toilets and to go put on shoes so you can walk around the house with shoes on, because sometimes it gets cold and you have to understand straight away to go to the toilet when you need to go. So make sure that before you even put on your shoes that you go to the toilet and do a pee and poop before you put on your shoes, so that you digest everything much better. Whereas I understand how it is when other people are screwing each other over you, and how is that possible? I realize they are having sex behind the scenes, and they're doing it behind your back in a way that they are together and they understand they're together, and they're fucking each other regardless of you, and they never fucking care about you. And because they're together fucking each other all night and all day long, then they never fucking care about you in terms of that situation. I mean, you understand? But they care to fuck each other, and they care about your information. I mean, they care about your information in terms of life, but they never care to help you to have some pleasure with them. I mean, understand? I mean, they never care about having sex with you, but they care about your information that you give them. I mean, understand? Now, how dodgy is that? Is that dodgy? That's like cheating on yourself. I understand? I mean, it's like they want the pleasure for themselves and they never want you around. I mean, they never want you there because they want to win and they want to get the pleasure from that woman or man. But then when you have all the successful information, then they run to you. Then they run to you for the information because now they care for you. But when they're fucking each other, they never fucking care about you. I understand? So the thing is that Jesus Christ never does that. And Jesus Christ never goes having sex with other people because Jesus Christ just cares about you. I understand? I mean, Jesus Christ just cares about you. And that's why you understand God now. And God never does anything other than care about you. But people are the ones who are screwing you over in this regard. And Jesus Christ never screws you over in the regard of having sex with other people behind your back. I understand? Because God's respectful of you. So you have to understand that, love. Now, that's the thing about life. I see God in that. And I understand straight away how you can understand straight away that in that information there alone is eternity and Jesus Christ and everything. So it's much more how you understand that there's some guy out there screwing that woman that you want. And she's screwing him as well, but she's doing it behind your back. But Jesus Christ never does that. And Jesus Christ never goes doing that to you. I understand? Or there's that man that's screwing the other woman, but he never wants to screw you. I mean, he wants to screw the other woman behind your back. I mean, Jesus Christ never does that to you. I mean, so that's the thing, yeah? I'm pretty sure humans do that to you. And I'm pretty sure that's the worst feeling. I understand, but the thing is, just go and dwell upon doing better anyway. And just understand Jesus Christ is in your position here. And Jesus Christ feels like that other people are screwing him over here as well. I mean, you understand? So that's how it feels, yeah? I mean, it feels in a way that other people are just never honest with you. I mean, they're never honest with you to the point of having you as a friend, really, because they're trying to screw other people. In a way, they're trying to have sex with other people while never inviting you to the party. And they're dishonest to that point. I mean, they're very dishonest people to that point because they never want you around. When they never want you around when they're having a baby with somebody else. I mean, yes, and when they never want you there. They never want you they never want you around when they have a sexy woman around them. Because they want the woman over you. And they're very dishonest people like that. I mean, when that guy's having sex with her in the asshole, and he's putting his dick in her asshole, she never wants you to do that in front of him. He wants to do that in front of you. He wants to be able to put his dick in the asshole of hers so that he's having that. But if you try to do that, then he gets violent. I mean, understand? That's the thing. I mean, or else he never wants to share, or else they never want to share that with you. That's why they're very dishonest people. I mean, understand? And that's what I'm saying. That as soon as they're having sex with each other, they never want you around at all. And that's the thing, yeah. I mean, it's like, when that's how humanity is cheating you out over here. And they may act nice to you in face, but they're fucking somebody else behind your back. I mean, understand? And that's cheating you out. I mean, they're cheating you out already. I mean, understand? And you never have to feel that way anyway. We never have to feel that they're cheating you out, although it's just how it is, yeah? And that's why Jesus Christ says, delay gratification as much as possible. I mean, and there's somebody out there fucking your mother, or fucking your husband, or fucking your dad, for example, behind your back. I mean, understand? I mean, they're screwing your mother over, doggy style, or whatever it is. Well, how's that feel for you? That some other guy's fucking your mother, or that some other guy's fucking your husband, or whatever it is. I mean, understand? I mean, how does it feel that some guy's fucking screwing your sister over in the bedroom? I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's fucking the worst thing, yeah? That's the worst thing. I mean, they're doing it behind your back. I mean, understand? And your sister and mother are into them as well, and they fucking love that. And they love that. But you have to love it. I mean, you have to love it. But the thing is, that's how it is, yeah? I mean, what can you do? And what can you do about that? I mean, nobody was... I mean, guess what? I promise you now, with Jesus Christ's mother, in terms of Mary, I promise you, some guy was screwing Mary as well. I understand? And he was doing it behind Jesus Christ's back. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's the kind of feeling. I mean, even Jesus Christ went through that as well. I mean, in a sense, so it's just that kind of feeling. But Jesus Christ never done that to anybody. I mean, Jesus Christ never did screw somebody behind your back. I mean, that's how. I mean, Jesus Christ never did go feed off some sexy lady behind your back because he has a sexy lady, but you never have a sexy lady. I mean, understand? I mean, he's never like that, or he's never like that, or else he never went for some man behind your back. I mean, understand? But women these days do that to men, and men do that to women. I mean, understand? And why is that world like that? Or is it's just like that, yeah? I mean, although humanity understands that if everybody went exactly like Jesus Christ, then guess what happens? Actually, humanity then has the single road with Jesus Christ. But guess what? I promise you, Jesus Christ says multiply. But if everybody just lives like Jesus Christ alone, then this world ceases to exist. I mean, why is that though? I mean, if you see Jesus Christ's lifestyle and how he had never had sex with other people, if everybody lives like Jesus Christ exactly, then guess what happens? Then this whole world never has sex with each other, and we cease to multiply anymore. I mean, isn't that the truth? I promise you, Jesus Christ says exactly like that. If everybody lives exactly like Jesus Christ, I promise you, then this whole world ceases to exist anymore. But that's why Jesus Christ says multiply and have no shame about what you're doing. Because through the multiplication of having sex with others, does Jesus Christ and God still exist for us. I mean, in a sense, so God needs us to multiply. I mean, God needs us to have sex with other people. I mean, God needs us to have more babies and children so that Jesus Christ can still live through us. I mean, do you understand? I mean, without that, then you have to understand that, yes, we have to live more like Jesus Christ daily. Yes, you still have to live like Jesus Christ daily, as much as you can, but to the point that we have to multiply too. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point, yeah? I'm feeling that no matter what, that my victory today is excellent. And I've learned something to apply information in terms of music in some other regard as well. I've learned some other key skills around music production, but I'm not saying that Armin van Buuren and these other individuals are coming my way very quickly. I'm not saying that no matter what, it's more how I understand that I'm just alone throughout life. I'm going in my life alone. I love life. But I understand that I understand that when I go and do something about every single day, I'm not saying that I'm always looking for better potentials in terms of what I do to help my life to succeed at the moment. But I'm talking in terms of talking positively, and eventually I just go and do what I set out to do. And I have plenty of time to talk to you, and that's how I actually increase my lifespan and whatever I'm doing in daily life. But other people can see straight away that I'm very positive about what I'm doing, and I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly upon how to become much more. But as I become much more, I'm doing something to help myself succeed. And as I succeed, I'm expressing myself in ways that helps me move forward. But that's all I do. I just make sure I'm moving forward in my kind regards to make sure that you have all the ideas daily to succeed. And that's it. I make sure that you understand straight away by listening to my audios alone, then you understand my voice, and then you understand my ways of talking, and then you understand my attitude, and you understand also my tone in terms of how I speak to you. And then also you understand how I present to you and how I actually lead myself into victory. And then you see straight away how you have to be. Otherwise, the more you actually read my audios and my contents and what I have to give you, the more you become like Daniel Lvovich. The more you have my persona in your life, and the more you have my strength and my faith and my blood and whatever I am in your life, because you followed me. And as you followed me, I lead you in a way to show you exactly how I live my life so that you can live your life much better. I'll show you my story, and through my story, you succeed, and that's how it is, yeah? I mean, you only ever succeed in this audio program through my story. Understand? Because my story is something that gives you life in this audio program. I'm giving you guys life in this audio program, but then you have to go and apply my story to your story, and then go and make my story your story. Go and make my legacy your legacy. Go and continue the work of Danny Milivojevic, and that's it, yeah? Every single day, I'm looking to just help myself to succeed, I'm living the best kind of lifestyle that anybody can live right now, because I understand what I can do with audio programs alone today, and I'm understanding straight away how to actually develop online. But I see other people and how arrogant they are, and I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I feel, that they are very curious about me, but the thing is that I'm always dwelling upon better ways. But if you want to see someone at a seminar somewhere, and you want to give them your business card, and you want to just see them for a bit and then go, which is the best kind of recommendation for you to understand straight away how you feel about that individual. But how you feel about that individual is if you go to them to just strictly give your business card to them in front of everybody, and then just leave the seminar, then guess what happens? They follow you and they understand you straight away. You're someone more than these people. And that's how it is, yeah? But you can go and do that for yourself if you want, and then they straight away have you in regards to what you want. And that's how it is. But I understand with Sunset Brothers, I already gave them my nice and beautiful business card. They can see me already, so do I have a point to see them in real life? I can go and talk to them. I can go and say how they are and what they're doing today, and I can go and catch up with them. I can go and see exactly what they're doing. But the thing is with them, I understand straight away that I understand that they have to go anyway somewhere very soon. So I'm not saying that no matter what I do today, I'm not saying I just go and really help myself to succeed. And that's it, man. But with Armin van Buuren is something different. I'm making sure he can actually have a conversation with me about whatever it is. Making sure that as soon as I approach them one time, then guess what? If I want to approach them any other time, then I have to make it worth it. I have to make sure that I do some business with them or something like that. I have to go to them to ask them to remix their music or something like that. And either way, I promise you, that's business, yeah? The more you want to talk to other people, the more you have to do business with them, and that's it. And what kind of business? The business of communication and free words. Go give them free words. Say, hey, I support you, man, I support you. How are you doing today? What are you doing today? I'm making sure I'm doing this and this and this. Teaching about your business on the day. And then guess what? I promise you, it's free love and free education for people. And then guess what? I promise you, you're putting yourself in the process of what you're doing. And you're making sure that you're winning, and you're never a loser, because you understand straight away how to lift people, because I love I, and as I love I'm succeeding in different ways, and I'm making sure that everybody else gets that beautiful communication style. So I'm making sure anyway that what I do now is I stick to my words again and again. I stick to my words, because my words is something that lifts me, whereas my words is something that empowers me to go and dwell upon a better life for myself. So I'm understanding that no matter what that, yes, I see other people and how they live their life. I can see straight away what they're doing about life, and how I understand straight away how to lead myself into greatness at least. So I understand that no matter what I do, I'm successful regardless of what happens in my life. But I'm making sure I understand straight away how other people feel that I left them or something. I promise you, it's more how they're the ones that never have the communicational skills to talk to me. I understand, but the thing is that no matter what, that I feel that they're never really curious about me in the first place, a lot. In the sense of what I do is if they never want to reply to me, then I just move on. And that's the case, yeah? I was speaking to this woman over there, and she never wants to talk to me, but she wants to talk to a drug addict. So go ahead, go and talk to a drug addict. I never want to stop you. I understand, but she may feel that I left her and that I never want to speak to her. But it's the other way around. I understand? It's the other way around. So use your tactics, use your life to help yourself to succeed is what I'm saying. And as you succeed, you shall prosper. So if you want to go and dwell upon a better way for yourself, make sure you understand that if you're creating music and whatever you're doing today, if you understand straight away how to live life to the fullest, then make sure you understand that if you want to heat up your pasta, then 1.5 minutes is more enough for you. 1.5 minutes in the microwave to heat your pasta is more than enough. I promise you, it's more enough to heat your pasta for 1.5 minutes to heat your pasta. So if you want to heat, in terms of H-E-A-T, if you want to heat up your pasta, then heat it up for 1.5 minutes only. It's more enough for you. And that's just an idea, and you can go by that method because I do that. So I'm making sure anyway that as I go and lead myself into the best kind of way possible, I'm making sure I'm positive. I'm positive about what I'm doing, about life. And making sure I succeed differently. But make sure you're following Jesus Christ and the 10 Commandments of God. I mean, if you follow the 10 Commandments of God, then you always have that beautiful empathy for everything in terms of for everything in life. So I'm understanding that now Gaza and Israel are never following the 10 Commandments of God. So if they're never following the 10 Commandments of God, I mean, guess what happens? Russia war escalates. I promise you. Russia war escalates straight away. Those people who never follow the 10 Commandments of God, and Israel, out of all people, I mean, God's people. I understand Jesus Christ can understand that. I mean, Jesus Christ's people over there is everybody, but the thing is that Jerusalem and people who are in Israel fighting for full war are never listening to Jesus Christ. I mean, why? I mean, they are never listening to Jesus Christ. I mean, the city of Jerusalem, where Jesus Christ stepped foot, and Jesus Christ was walking and stepping foot over there, and teaching the Bible of God, and then they're going against God here, because Gaza was firing at them. I mean, they're never listening. I mean, you understand? And the president's never listening. And it looks so stupid. I mean, it's total criminal. I mean, in front of your face. I mean, that president from Israel, I mean, he's saying how he's going to go and kill them and all this. I mean, full criminal in front of your face. And I mean, why isn't that illegal? I mean, why isn't other people stepping him to putting him in jail? I mean, why aren't other people putting him in jail? I mean, do you understand? I mean, the whole thing is never kill other people, man. I mean, never kill people. So why isn't he going to prison? I mean, why is the world letting him? I mean, why is the world letting him kill other people? Is what I'm asking. I mean, understand? I mean, why is the world letting this Israel president kill Gaza and all the fucking innocent people over there? Because he already killed, or approached that president from Israel already did kill 120 people over there. I mean, understand? I mean, why isn't he going to prison? I mean, what? Because, I mean, what? I mean, because other people went and were trying to destroy Israel? I mean, the whole point is follow the 10 Commandments of God, because now since he's fucking telling other people to kill people, well, now the fucking whole world wants to kill people. Because they fucking believe in the Israel man. When they believe in the fucking Israel man over Jesus Christ now. I mean, in a sense, so what's happening is World War III is coming up. I mean, I see fucking World War III in this point. I mean, if this keeps going, I mean, guess what happens? I mean, if the fucking war happens, I promise you, it escalates to fucking other countries too now. I mean, you understand? I promise you, it's already starting to spread out. And it's starting to happen in other countries now. And you have to understand that there are a lot of Arabs and Jews in other countries that are going to fucking start messing up other countries. And now other countries are getting into the fucking equation to say, hey, fucking stop it and stop it and stop it. And then fucking other countries are going with Arab people and other countries are fucking going with Israel people. And now it's a fucking full-fledged fucking fight between this whole fucking industry of the universe over here because of fucking two countries. I mean, understand? I mean, do you understand that? I promise you can fucking go and escalate into Australia and fucking America now. And you can fucking go everywhere. And it's fucking become a civil war or fucking World War III already. So it's already fucking happening. I mean, World War III is already happening. Unless they fucking stop it. I promise you. So what happens now is realize Australia and America and Britain is together, always. But no matter what now, I realize that you have to realize now that it can escalate really quickly now. Which the more that fucking war goes on, and the more fucking people die over there, the more fucking everything falls apart, I promise you. I promise you, it's a fucking loss already. I promise you, people are dying over there. I promise you, people never fucking care about your growth content anymore because they're fucking dying. I mean, that's it. So what you do is just move on and get yourself in a safe situation somewhere. I mean, you understand? So what I do is I focus upon helping myself to succeed, and I help myself to eat and drink in the best kind of regard to have all the success in the world daily, to make sure I look through my past over here to see if there's any black bark in the actual past over here, because I never eat black bark. I never eat anything that's black. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, that anything that is black in terms of anything that's been in the frying pan, I never eat that. I never eat anything that's black in the frying pan. I never eat anything that's black in the frying pan, because that's how I am. I never eat barbecue. I never barbecue my food. I never eat other people's barbecue because I never trust their cooking. I mean, you understand? I never trust their cooking, bros. Because they fucking believe they're fucking top chefs in the world. I mean, understand? I mean, they fucking believe everything, mate. I mean, make sure you understand every single day. Go and understand straight away how to grow yourself in a way that you're learning how to grow. I mean, in a sense, so focus on understanding that if you want to go and succeed and you want to have a great lifestyle for yourself, then all you have to do is a greater way of life. I'm understanding how people get together online and they're trying to have sex online and all this. I should forget that. What's amazing about life is being able to be on your own. As you be on your own, if you be alone today, you're the happiest individual alive today if you're just single. I mean, if you're single, I mean, you're always happier. Because I can imagine a girlfriend with me. I can imagine how it feels to have a girlfriend right now. And she can be sexy and whatever. I mean, what is she going to do with me? I mean, she's going to do everything with me. But guess what? I'm never fucking boring. But the thing is, it's more how I understand straight away how to be with a woman. I understand straight away I'm never boring about what I'm saying. I can lead a woman. I can have this woman. I can have fucking all women around me. But guess what? I fucking have to go the single way anyway. I have to go the lone way. I have to go fucking travel the world. I have to go do something. I mean, but guess what? I promise you, I have to do it with them. And now, with them, it's like I have to fucking speak to them all day long. I have to fucking care for them. I have to fucking go with them everywhere. I have to make sure that we go to a restaurant or we go somewhere around the world. But when I'm single, I never have to fucking worry about her. I never fucking worry about anything. I understand, but the thing is, when you're single, you just take care of yourself, is what I'm saying. But when you have other people in your life, then you have to feed yourself and them. I mean, when you're just alone, I mean, you can just feed yourself. But that's the thing, yeah. I mean, every single day, just learn how to talk to yourself and other people in a positive way. I love it. Because other people never want to talk to me daily. Now, some people do want to talk to me, but I never want to fucking talk to them all day. I never want to fucking talk to them all day. And that way, I'm fucking doing a greater job with myself anyway. I'm making sure I'm doing something for myself regardless of what they're doing. I mean, understand? So, I love it. I promise you, some people fucking do try to talk to me. But, I'm too good for them. I'm making sure, yes, I can reply to them positively. I can message them daily. But I never fucking need them in my life. I never fucking need to talk to them in my life. I go and focus on myself because I'm much greater. See, anyway, that these guys, in terms of people, in terms of the planet and what they're doing around the world, I mean, you must understand that as I really, really grow myself, I mean, you must understand how it felt last year to be able to go and do my first basking performance during the coronavirus. And I understand how I felt in that moment to be able to step up. But the thing is, I never ever found out anything until I was actually doing it. And I'm actually doing it now much more than ever before. But the thing is, I'm focusing on making sure that I'm doing much more events to get money much more today. Because I'm understanding that no matter what, the other people can never do it for you. And now, because I understand how much more I can do during the coronavirus, actually the coronavirus period has been the best kind of period in my life because I've been speaking more words. And now because I speak more words, I want to give you all these nice and beautiful knowledge. And because I'm actually doing a greater job for myself, I'm making sure I have more enough success every single day to go and focus upon something that's helping me. So what helps me is to communicate more words every single day, and that's what motivates me every single day to go and live my life. And that's it. I just want to teach you how to communicate to yourself. And how I communicate with you right now is how I communicate with myself. And that's it. I just plan everything in an audio fashion right now, and I'm always ahead of the game. But other people are far from this. Other people are far from being able to do this. And it's because they have low level of consciousness to be able to do it. And it's because they never want to learn as fast as me. And that's it, yeah? Everybody's on their own growth journey and everybody learns faster and slower. Everybody's learning at their own pace is what I'm saying. So make sure you understand that if you want to go and make a difference, then the only way to make a difference is to talk better about yourself and other people. That's it. I promise you although that this time around I'm understanding that what's happening around the world now in terms of coronavirus period, I'm making sure that no matter what, that since I've actually been talking more, I'm making sure that no matter what I'm talking more and more and more, and I'm actually understanding straight away how much more success I do have, because I understand that it's never about having sex with a woman right now and trying to have kids with them, but it's more about having more talking, in terms of more talking with yourself right now, to find yourself in a better situation about your legacy first, to have a greater career for yourself, so that then you can have kids and a family with interest, where you never have to work a 9-to-5 job anymore. is what I'm saying. So the only way to get there is to talk more. And that's what I've been doing with you the whole time. So I'm actually understanding that no matter what, I understand how many women I could have been with. I could have been with so many women. I was never ready for them. I was never ready to be with them, I promise you. I promise you, otherwise they're with me. I promise you now, as soon as I'm ready to have a girlfriend, I promise you she just comes into my life. As soon as I'm ready. I'm saying, but I'm never ready for them even now. I'm never ready to have a girlfriend right now. I promise you, if they want me to be, I promise you, if they want to be with me, then be with me. For the fucking rest of my life. Then if you want to fucking be with me now, then come to my life right now and be in my life. And I can be with you. But I don't want to fucking chase you. I mean, you're saying, but as soon as I need you, then I fucking get you straight away. I'm saying, but right now I never need a fucking woman. But if they need me, then they can be with me, is what I'm saying. I can have a girlfriend, but as long as you want to be with me all day long, go ahead. But you have to fucking succumb to how I live my life. And how I live my life is how you must live your life. That's how it is, yeah? I mean, you must live your life the way I live my life. That's how it is. And I must live my life the way Jesus Christ lives his life. And it's the same thing. So I'm understanding that's how I live my life. I see, so guys, you must understand that Gaza is an Iraq country. And Gaza is an Arab country. And since Arabia is in Iraq, I mean, imagine Iraq now. I mean, Iraq's looking at Iraq right now is looking at Gaza and Israel bombing each other. So what's happening with Iraq is Israel is obviously much bigger than Gaza. But if Israel keeps going, then Iraq definitely has to step in. I love that. I promise you. Now, that's the thing, yeah? I promise you must understand. And guess what happens then? I promise you, then Israel is already fucking going down. I mean, understand? I mean, guess what? I promise you, if Iraq gets into the picture, and then Israel all the way is succumbing to, let's say, a loss over here around the world war with them in terms of Arab, in terms of Arabic people, in terms of Arab, in terms of Arabic, in terms of Arab, in terms of Arabic, I realize Arabic, I realize Arabic people, in terms of Arabic people. And what happens is Israel is also in the mix with Americans and also Australia and United Kingdom. While Middle East is more Pakistan and Iraq and India and all these other countries. But guess what? It's more how I feel that Iraq is already stepping back right now, to just watch the fight. But then guess what happens? They're succumbing to eventually to help the Arab people over there. I mean, they're saying because they're Arabic people. So what happens in Iraq right now, I understand that there's always news in Iraq right now about what's happening. But I'm understanding that if you want to really, really go and do so much more great to nice and beautiful deals about everything, then you have to understand straight away how you must understand that Iran over here is another country. And Iran is something of, let's say, people who are also, in terms of Persians and also other religious groups over here, in terms of Iran. So I'm understanding that no matter what, as I really, really understand that Iran's more Azerbaijan and all these nice and beautiful countries around Persia is Iran. So I'm understanding that they're more in another fashion of Egypt kind of stuff going on. So I'm understanding that no matter what, if you understand straight away how people are. But Turkey is a country over here where I'm understanding that no matter what, that they are something different. But I'm understanding that no matter what, that I can see straight away what's going on around the world and I can see how people are in terms of life. But I understand that Turkey is in terms of life to do greater. I'm understanding in Turkey over here, they have a lot of people who are around 2 million people who are Arabic over there as well in Turkey. So I'm understanding that there is Arabic people everywhere, but I'm understanding that in Pakistan, it's also something different over there in Pakistan. I'm understanding in Pakistan, the people over there are all types of nationalities as well, but they're also Muslim population over there in Pakistan. I see Pakistani people are from the religion Hindu, so they're more Indian people in Pakistan. I realize although the Pakistani people are never Arab or Turkish people, but it's more that they are Indian people. I see, so Turkey is trying to, let's say, help Gaza over here to make sure that you understand that Turkey is calling for Gaza to make sure that Turkey is coming to Gaza for some reason. So you must understand that it's more how Turkey wants to help Gaza over here over Israel. So I'm understanding that they're sending people information about that online right now. I realize also what's happening around those Middle Eastern countries is they have a prayer day and a holiday with Jesus Christ, and now they're totally against Jesus Christ by fighting around this, let's say, war that's going on, and they're going against Jesus Christ now. But they pray and pray and pray for Jesus Christ, and then they turn against Jesus Christ here. Do you understand? So make sure you understand straight away how it is, and that's how it was also with Jesus Christ back in the days, and they're still doing it. They're still doing the same thing, and they're never following Jesus Christ how it's meant to be. So make sure you understand that no matter what, if you're understanding straight away what's going on around the world, then just understand to always get more information about everything, so you can update yourself. So you always just make sure that you go with present information today, and make sure you understand that everything that's present talk right now is the actual information that you need only, and never actually do anything else other than present talk. And that's the only way you understand Jesus Christ. I realize Jesus Christ lives in the present moment, guys, so make sure you're presently talking always to be able to do great, is what I mean. I see, guys, so I just did play my nice and beautiful Donutopia final version, so I'm making sure you understand that it sounds excellent. So I want to make sure that anyway, that throughout my day, I want to be making sure I'm lifting my words with you guys. So I'm actually always converting myself into someone more every single day, because I focus upon understanding to help you grow in all your words. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm never afraid to make music and make sure that I can make music by talking more words. And as I stick to the more words, then I can make and do everything I want. So I'm not saying that no matter what, that I just had a nice and beautiful time with myself over here to be able to explain myself much more about what's happening around the world and how I actually do what I do. So what's important is I stay in the actual application of Mega Drive as I upload content, but I want to be making sure that I can go into my content over here and be able to play you right now my nice and beautiful track over here. So what I'm doing is I'm uploading tracks in terms of online tendencies over here to make sure that I have everything I need, in terms of everything I need to make sure I'm successful. So making sure anyway that what I do now is I focus upon understanding to just date this 20, in terms of 15th of the 05th of 2021. I say final, and make sure to upload this content online for myself to grow. And as I upload this online, I'm making sure anyway I do have the ending package over here as well. I'm making sure as I go and complete my file over here, I want to make sure that no matter what I do, that everything else I can go and throw into my nice and beautiful captures list over here, where it's all into my uploads over here with sound effects and everything. So making sure that no matter what, that my final version is done, making sure I'm moving on, making sure I'm doing something new now. I want to be able to go and pronounce this nice and beautiful track in different ways. So making sure that no matter what, that you guys have everything you deserve every single day to go and focus upon something greater for myself and you. So that way we're focusing on a greater life for myself over here. So what I do is I make sure to upload that content online, and that's going into my captures folder here. And I'm also making sure that what I can do now is I can go and upload this content, but the thing is that now is the time for me to just realize, to just see what's happening over here with this nice and beautiful content over here. I'm making sure I do have images over here in terms of what I want to promote in life. So I just say images, and make sure that either way that what's important for myself over here is focusing on helping you grow, guys. So as I help you grow, I'm helping you to succeed differently. And as I really grow, I want to be able to go and just never procrastinate, but be able to go and see exactly what I need to do to succeed here. So I'm actually understanding that no matter what, that I'm actually understanding now that as I export my content over here, I'm focusing on making sure that you guys have what you deserve. So what you guys deserve is a better way. So I'm making sure that now I want to be able to lift myself from here. I want to make sure I'm going and just prospering in a way that I'm learning very quickly upon helping myself to succeed differently is what I do. And I make sure to go and get into the extras folders over here to say that there is 127 courses over here that I need to go and help you to see over here. So making sure that anyway, that as I go and grow myself differently, I'm making sure I have more than enough success daily to go and do what I need to do to make sure that I'm growing myself in different ways. So as I grow myself in different ways, I'm making sure I have all the nice and beautiful ways of life over here to make sure I'm doing far more work every single day to become more of a star and to become something much more. So I'm understanding anyway that what I want to do is I want to just go into these nice and beautiful courses over here to make sure that you guys can hear what's going on. So as I make music now, I'm making sure that no matter what I'm just renaming the actual projects over here in different ways, and I'm making sure I'm making some new cuts over here. I'm making some cleaning over here. So I just go and write something down as I go and do my courses over here. So I just say course 99 cleaning and sound design. I realize anyway, it's very important for me to name my courses over here so I can show you guys very quickly upon what I'm doing in daily life over here to make sure that you guys can understand straight away how I actually go and make my music happen. And as I make my music happen, I'm focusing on helping myself do a greater way of life over here. So I'm just making sure I just write over here, I say course 98, I say course 100, I say over here, I can say doing the ending, so doing the ending. Alright, as I do that, I make sure that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel that this course over here has to be course 89. Alright, it's course 89 over here. I'm just looking to understand my nice and beautiful courses and what I'm doing over here in terms of my life over here. So if you make yourself important in words, then everybody else makes you important in words. I mean, in a sense, so what you believe about yourself is what other people believe in you about. So make sure you're looking for the nice and beautiful strategy over here to make sure that you have more than enough success every single day to focus upon something that's actually helping you grow. So what helps you grow is to be successful and to make sure that you're doing something and you're helping yourself to live the life forward. And understand this one is a screening process. And I'm just understanding anyway that as I grow myself in different ways, I'm always looking for better ways and better images and better everything to make sure I'm successful. So as I become much more successful daily, I'm looking to upload all my content as quickly as possible online. So I understand to start fresh as well. And I'm making sure that I can go and dwell upon a better life for myself as I move forward. So what's important for me is always to be able to go and dwell upon a better way for myself to go and grow. So I understand this one's course 92, which is sound design with automation. And I'm always delivering myself a nice and beautiful arrangement list of patterns with communicational styles. So as I really grow, I want to be able to go and show you guys exactly what I mean about life itself, where I'm focusing on making sure I'm delivering my content at least, and making sure I'm helping you to see exactly what I'm doing in terms of my life over here, and making sure that no matter what, I deliver content. And as I actually deliver content, I'm focusing on new ways to do something. So I'm always understanding to be making the kick ratio arrangement. Whereas as I make a new kick arrangement over here, I'm just saying making the new kick ratio arrangement. But I'm understanding that what's important, guys, is making sure that you're making all these new courses for yourself. And as you make new courses for yourself, I understand that no matter what, it's much more how I feel about life, and how you feel about life is everything. So if you're willing to study upon something that you're actually doing for yourself to help yourself grow, then focus on understanding that what you need to do is help yourself to deliver new content and something that's actually new for you to deliver. So as I actually go and grow myself here, I'm looking at the different types of different packages I have here, and that way I'm understanding that no matter what, that what I want to do is just be able to upload content and courses that I already need in my files over here. So I'm actually understanding straight away how that works. And what works for me is to deliver sound effects and effects that's actually generating my income over here in terms of everything, in terms of words, which is my nice and beautiful way to say that it's all happening for myself always in different ways. And as I upload everything together, I'm making sure I always have more than enough success to be able to go and really thrive upon everything I'm doing in different ways to just enjoy myself. And as I enjoy myself differently, I make sure I have more than enough success daily to just open up my master files here, and understanding straight away how that feels. And how that feels is different with everything that happens. But I'm focusing on making sure that you guys have that nice and beautiful package deal to make sure that your products and everything that you have in daily life is something final, where you can understand straight away, upon how I feel about life. And how I feel about life is different to how you feel about life, but everybody's life has to be different in every single format. So what you need to do is you need to go and grow up. You need to grow up in your life, and you need to focus upon helping yourself to deliver that information that you need daily to succeed. And that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So as I actually grow myself differently, I make sure I have more than enough over here in terms of my life to succeed differently. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon persuasion of art and interest, and making sure that no matter what, if I have previous zip files, that I just let it be that way. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I just use the newer zip files for myself. And I make sure that I can go into FLP files over here and see exactly what kind of FLP file I'm up to in terms of what I'm doing over here. So as I go and really orchestrate a better life for myself, I'm just looking for better words to give you every single day, so that I understand that I'm never shit talking here. I'm making sure that I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. But what I do to succeed is different with everybody, and I have to understand straight away to master my files in a way that everything's working. And I have to make sure that it's much more how I feel. That if you're somebody who understands how to really live life, that all you have to do in terms of life is make sure that you have more enough files for yourself to be able to succeed. So I say over here it's up to nice and beautiful 484 in terms of life. So I understand 484. And over here, I have up to 586. So I have new master files over here. I have new FLP files. So FLP files on the 15th of the 5th, 2021. So I have to go and just dwell upon helping myself to rename files and data to make sure that I go and deliver greater content for myself to succeed differently. But as I go and just study upon that, I make sure that I can go and help myself to show you guys that there's always something new that I can do to help myself succeed. So no matter what, I have to go and work on my middle file over here. There's a middle file over here somewhere. I understand, so I understand that as I understand something about so and what in terms of life, I'm making sure that I can go and master my middle file over here. And I'm making sure that with my middle file, I want to be able to go and dwell upon helping myself to succeed in different ways, so I can understand straight away how I actually do that. So what I do here is I'm understanding that no matter what, the 10 days ago I was working on my middle file over here, and it's already been 10 days. So what I want to do is I want to focus upon having all the success in the world to be able to go and open this nice and beautiful FL Studio in a way that I'm working on the middle file over here. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So as I succeed, so shall you, because everybody needs to be talking much more, and you need to be going somewhere right now to be able to talk to yourself much more than yesterday, so you can actually focus upon your life much greater. So that's why I'm saying every single day of your life you need to be able to go and dwell upon something that actually helps you grow. So make sure you're understanding how to go and develop yourself into somebody who can actually grow you. And that way you understand that you have to speak those words, guys. I mean, you have to be able to speak those words for yourself. And that way, as I succeed, I shall never perish, because I understand straight away it's much more about how I feel in the moment of what I'm doing. So I'm understanding that in my middle master file, I understand that no matter what, I have to go and just open the file first. And as I open the file, I'm making sure that I have more than enough success daily to succeed. So I'm making sure that what I want to do is open up the middle file over here. And as I open up the middle file, I'm just testing the boundaries of everything. I'm testing to see exactly what's going on and how it opens up, and does my FL Studio open up if I ask it to. So I'm making sure anyway that everything's much more, everything's much nicer. There's some nice in life to succeed with. So you must understand that whatever happens in life is success. So anybody who succeeds more and more and more is somebody who understands how to live life. So yes, I understand my actual file over here is opening up, but what I want to do now is understand since I'm actually doing that, I'm understanding that no matter what, there's so much more content to do, but I want to see where I'm up to so I can go do better. And that's how I structure my sentences in a way that it's helping me to just do my work today. And that's it, approach it. Then you can just have a listen to what I'm saying so I can actually go and grow myself, and that's it. Alright, so I have a middle master file here, and I'm understanding that this one is a long way to go. So I'm understanding that what I want to do is I want to see exactly to listen back to it. I want to listen to everything in terms of this track over here. And then I want to see what can I do in this track, and what can I add into it, and what can I actually add with the instruments around here to make sure that my track sounds amazing. So what I want to do is, this track is sounding here and there, but making sure that what I need to do is add instruments. I have to add my live instruments into it, and I also have to add new connotations into it. So what I want to do is I want to start the track of my middle track with my nice and beautiful previous actual music file that I have over here, and make sure that I can open that one very quickly, and make sure to go and get it, and make sure to get this nice and beautiful way of life where I have these stem files. And what I can do is I can go and just export those stem files. And now the stem files is something that it can be just one WAV file, and making sure that I can just go and open that very quickly to make sure that I can go and dwell upon that nice and beautiful file for myself, because that file shows me that it works for me to have that kind of sound in my project. So making sure I start off with that file to begin with, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon how it actually sounds much greater for myself to do that. And it goes into this nice and beautiful zone over here, and then I'm making sure that no matter what, it connects together into something new. And then I want to make it better and better and better. So I introduce some trumpets here and there, and make sure that no matter what, they just something newer and newer in fashion, to make sure that I can connect my beautiful piece of music over here of 3 hours with another extra hour of something new. And I just add value. I need to add more value into it, and as I add more value, that it's excellent the way it is, but I want to add more value. And I'm making sure as I add more value, I do something greater for myself always, because I understand that when people are looking at you in a courageous way to say, hey, do you find me attractive, or I see straight away in terms of life, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel. Other people want to understand themselves around I. So I'm understanding that as I grow myself into somebody who can actually grow myself, I make sure to go and do greater upon everything so I can do more. I promise you guys, information is why I can succeed. And as I speak information more and more, then I motivate myself more and more to do everything. I always have more than enough time to do everything, because I'm always focusing on studying my path and my lectures and whatever I'm doing, to make sure I'm doing more than enough to make sure I'm successful. So that's why I'm always learning very quickly upon what I can do. And because I have this zipping of my looping packages, and because I zip my packages, I have the WAV files straight away inside of my music tracks. So what I can do is I can use straight away all those nice and beautiful theories of audio stem files in all my projects, and I can make something new work, and I can make a new organization here altogether in terms of something that does work for me. And that way I have plenty of time to be able to work on this track. But I've been working on this track with Idonotopia for over 3 weeks now, and you must understand that. So no matter what, I've been working on it for over 2 weeks now, and since I'm understanding anyway that I did start this project at the beginning of May, and I'm understanding here it is, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I can locate files and I can do something greater for myself to be able to go and speak my motivation into the world, and speak the words of what I mean about music production here, to go and do something greater for myself to do better. Alright, anyway, I see how much life wants to work against me today, and they leave you for dead. I'm pretty sure they leave you for dead. They want you to speak for yourself over here. I'm pretty sure they want nothing to do with you and your words. They want you to speak up for yourself, and that's it. They never want to speak up for you. They want you to speak up for you. And there you go. Now, I feel like other people are just rejecting me and just doing their own life. But that's alright. Guess what? It's more how I never feel rejection. I'm never feeling anything other than I over here. But what amazing is, in terms of what's happening around the world, is I feel other people just gone their own ways. And that's why I'm going my own way too, because I understand that's how the rejection works on the planet. I'm never rejecting anything. Rejection is just, you're going a separate way. You're going forever over there, and you never come back to see anybody else. And that's how it feels in this whole world. That your parents are going a certain way, and they're never going to follow you. You're going one way, or your sister or your mother or your family is going other ways, and fucking everybody's splitting apart, man. I mean, that's how it feels. So what you do is go and carry yourself with your words much better, and then learn how to grow with your words, because that's how Jesus Christ does it. I see. So now, as I make all the money, guys, I'm making sure that no matter what, what's important for me is expressing my words daily, even more now, and even more than ever before. I need to go and express my words and do a greater job for myself to live a life that's worth living. I'm making sure anyway. I have to go to the store over here and I have to get some food and drink. I'm making sure anyway that what I do is I need to upload some content over here in a way that I'm learning that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on around the world, and how I'm actually just doing my job over here in a way that I'm learning quickly upon what I need to do. But as I grow myself, I succeed quickly, and I make sure that no matter what, I can see some license over here. I'm making sure that I just go and dwell upon something that's actually helping me. So what helps me right now is to just help you to grow yourself in a way that is helping me to lift my status over here. So as I lift my status, I'm learning very quickly upon what I can do to succeed, and making sure that I have more enough success every single day to just go and do my music. And I need to go and finish this project now. And as I finish this project now, I'm really understanding for the next 12 hours, I'm fucking working on this track right here, so I can fucking just finish it quickly, so I can go and start something new. And then no matter what, I realize that as soon as I fucking finish this Dinotopia track, I can upload it and then I can move on, because I understand the reactions they give me, and probably the reactions they give me is fucking Silent Notion, and that's it. They never care about my music, but I care to make money with the music that I make. I care to make more money with the music I make. You understand? And then when I see and I say, hey, but these tracks, in terms of these tracks, made me millions of dollars. Actually, now they care. Actually, they care so far about what I'm doing now because it made me millions of dollars. You understand? And that's why now they understand straight away what I mean. I mean, yeah. I mean, now, anyway, that since I'm actually growing myself and just elaborating on my story and what I am doing every single day, as I'm learning that I do have a better life than other people. And I can see I do have a better life. I have a better life than anybody else. But the thing is, I just understand that no matter what, the other people have done the achieving of certain aspects of life before I have. I'm making sure anyway I've done already a much greater job than them overall. I'm making sure anyway that is the whole point, isn't it? I mean, the whole point is doing a better job overall. But if you focus upon understanding that you deserve that every single day of your life, then make sure that you can go and speak to those people that you want in your life, and just go and dwell something better, and just go and do something better for yourself. And that way you're learning very quickly upon what you want out of life. But what you want is to do greater for yourself always. So as I focus on myself here, I'm looking to see exactly what kind of content I have in my projects over here, so I can do greater. Alright, it's very important for you guys to be able to go and never be slaves, but make sure you understand that no matter what, that as you're growing your communicational skills, that you can straight away see who's important and what's happening around the world in terms of life. For you to be able to grow yourself is the way of life. I see. So my nice and beautiful track over here on Dinotopia has a certain structure where I understand the ending of it begins in a certain direction. And what I want to do now is I focus upon understanding that I can switch it over and I can make the actual ending the intro. And now, do I want to do that? I feel that I want to just let it be an ending. Alright, now for making an ending, it's much more how I feel that the structure over here can be anything I want it to be. But I feel the ending of the nice and beautiful music track here is much more. So I'll let it be, and making sure that I just go about my track over here in a way that I'm learning how to move forward, because I'm teaching you guys how to communicate regardless in my nice and beautiful sessions over here of what I'm doing, and that's the whole point. See guys, what's mega important in your music track is to make it all progressive as well, and make it always your tracks progressive, and make 1 hour session of progressive music, while the hour session of another hour session, make it a nice and beautiful jazz, funk, instrumental trance mix with live instrumentals, while the other mix, it can be a storyline with your mix, and the other mix with your nice and beautiful storyline can be with trumpets and live mix, where you can go and do some energy mixes as well. So it's nice and beautiful for you to have some fluctuation process as well in your music. It's very beautiful for you to actually go and grow yourself differently. So it makes sense for you to have fluctuation process where you have one little small fluctuation process in 5 hours. It makes it all worthwhile. Now I can actually see it now. I can actually see why that is. So I'm actually understanding much more about structure and how to structure my music sentences together in a better way. So that's something I'm doing now, and making sure anyway that I want to figure out this out. I want to figure this nice and beautiful melody out over here, so I can go and export maybe 5-6 hours on Dynatopia and make it all together, so I can go and enjoy it. See, what you guys can do is you can go into your music production tracks and you can go and export certain wave files of what you want in your mix, and then you can add it into your middle mix, and that way you can go and recollect certain parts of every single music and export those wave files and put it into a middle mix for yourself, and that way you can go and dwell upon something better.